Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Legacy of the Duelist on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we're doing Hugo versus Yuri. And we are once again doing Speedroid versus, Yuri's archetype is actually an archetype called Predaplant. And his boss is the Starving Venom Dragon. We will get to see a good portion of this stuff as we go through. But we started off with a relatively iffy hand for Hugo. We have no tuners once again, which is a problem.
Oh yes. We denizens of the Synchro Dimension do rely on our tuners quite a bit. These are some wicked, weird-looking names.
Yes, they are a combination of carnivorous reptiles and plants. Predaplants, if you will.
The Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, who actually gets his own entry animation. Nice.
Yeah, this is because this is actually Yuri's ace monster.
It's a fusion monster.
Yes.
Must be non-token creatures, huh?
Yep.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a fusion monster exclude tokens as one of its eligible fusion materials.
Link monsters have to exclude tokens a lot, or else you end up doing link climbing. We end up doing link climbing with tokens way more often than we're supposed to.
I mean, and that's a point also where you could draw a contrast between early Yu-Gi-Oh, which you and I grew up with, Mr. Gerdat, and modern Yu-Gi-Oh, where the Yu-Gi-Oh that we're more familiar with is every fusion monster is like a cake. And the fusion material components are the flour and the egg and the sugar and the baking soda and the other stuff. It's a recipe. You're reading a recipe when you look at a fusion material. When you're looking at a fusion monster's prerequisite fusion materials. Now, modern Yu-Gi-Oh is like, oh yeah, you want to make a cookie? Yeah, you could take a frying pan. You could take a bag of crap. You want to throw some grass and some cherries on it? Yeah, sure. It's a cookie.
I mean, it's a cookie that deals 8,000 points of battle damage every other turn, but it's still a cookie.
But you know what I'm saying? Like something got lost in the translation. That we're not really making fusions. If anything, it's just a different kind of like synchro monster at this point.
It's a different kind of fusion monster, to be perfectly honest. Because that is what contact fusion was supposed to be a band-aid for. The fact that it was a bit more difficult to do, but in response for it being more difficult, you got some really powerful effects off of it. And then synchros came out, which was fusion except levels actually mattered. And then Ixies came out, which was fusion except levels actually still matter, and the monsters that you use get to be used for. Specifically for other additional effects, for longer grindy games. That was the intent behind a majority of Ixies monsters. It didn't fucking work, but that was the intent.
Right, grinding up creatures as you play the game. Except it's not really a grind as much as a dump. You're trying to dump all your materials onto the field in one turn. You're not developing your board on a turn-by-turn basis.
Ixies was supposed to be grindy. It really was. It just didn't turn out that way because of a combination of monsters along the lines of. I didn't actually read Flytrap, so yeah, he now has a level 14 Flytrap on his side of the board.
Lays down predator counters. These are carnivorous plants, like the Venus flytrap.
Predaponics for our mother, Chlamydia Sundew.
Chlamydia Sundew, Jesus, that's a mouthful.
Super polymerization in order to bring out another Starving Venom Fusion Dragon.
Aw, you should have waited to use that.
Why? He's in his battle phase.
Well, yeah, but he could. But if we played a dark monster,
we don't have any dark monsters, Mr. Cloud.
Well, not at the moment. We don't.
Yeah, our deck does not run dark monsters.
It doesn't run any dark monsters at all. It's just earth, light, fire.
No, we very explicitly only have wind monsters in our deck.
Oh, well, it's definitely not dark type. But then he applied the DNA transplant, making every monster on the field a plant.
That's surgery that does.
You're right. Yeah,
sir.
sir.
Transplant does attribute.
You're correct, sir. Surgery is to type as transplant is to attribute. Which, by the way, neither of those cards ever really became useful, although it is cool that you can manipulate card types to either grant effects to your monsters or deny effects to your opponent's monsters.
I think the transplant is honestly really cool, and to be perfectly honest, surgery has got a really awesome combo right now with either Teekboo. Which is why, which although isn't the reason why, although is not the reason why Teekboo is currently at 1, is a reason to keep Teekboo at 1.
According to the current ban list.
Yeah.
See if you can spot which time we're playing this game.
All right, so we're going into another Clearwing Synchro Dragon again. And we're going to try and use Clearwing Synchro Dragon specifically to try and out his Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Unfortunately, his Starving Venom Fusion Dragon does just straight up have more attack power than we do.
See, going back to basics. What is the printed attack on the card? Second step, are there any effects in play that modify attack or defense? Third step.
Technically, yes, Clearwing Synchro Dragon has one. It's just that it's not going to become relevant.
Not right now.
Okay. So, am I going to use Speed Recovery?
You can banish Speed Recovery in your graveyard to optimize your Speedroids. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think I already screwed this up because what I was supposed to do is use Speed Recovery to get Razor Rang, normal summon it, use its effect in order to minus the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon and then run it over.
Okay, and here comes the dude. He's in your hand. And we're going to end our turn.
Yeah, because we already attacked.
Predaplant. Oh, he has to pay 800 life points during his standby phase to keep it alive.
Yes.
Is that a mandatory cost?
That is a mandatory cost.
So you can only choose not to pay the cost as long as you have 799 or fewer life points. Because if you had exactly 800 life points left, you can still legally pay the cost, but you lose the game as soon as your life points hit 0.
Alright, so going to main phase 2, I'll bring out Pachinko Cart, and use Pachinko Cart in order to kill Starving Venom Dragon.
Nice. Once per turn, you can discard one machine monster. Okay, so your trade. I like the cards that do that. It's very simple trading. I have a card in my hand. You have a card on the field. They're both going to the graveyard. Yeah, that Predaplant really fucked him over this game.
No, it did not.
Oh, he's getting another Fusion Dragon. It is a dragon in a plant. We're gonna call it a Plantgin.
Oh, come on, that's how Dragon Warrior would describe it's crossblade breeds, and that's actually Mandragora. Yeah.
We have one turn to make all the difference.
There we go, double yo-yo.
Yes.
But what can we use double yo-yo for in order to run over Starving Venom? Or, better, we can use Kendama in order to burn him for exact game. Haha!
Wow.
I need a level 3 tuner. Level 2 tuner,
Talk about being
rather.
set up.
So I need to grab Red Eye Dice? Yes, need to grab Red Eye Dice.
Paying life points in order to accelerate the opponent's win condition while also allowing you to go in for the nuts. I love it. Yeah, you really got set up for success. Just the question is, did you see it?
Oh, This is more
Oh, but it's
complicated
a
than I should
level.
have done. I was not supposed to
but
attack a Temborg.
it's you were looking for what? Okay, but now
I'm
you're
looking
using
for a level
him.
2 tuner, but the thing is, I need to use red-eye dice in order to make a level 2 tuner, or rather, to switch the level of my double yo-yo to 5.
You see, we got a bunch of people all taking turns saying, let me go find somebody else. So they run into the other room, and another guy comes over, and the guy's sitting in the chair saying, well, I'm waiting. And we say, hang on, let me go get my supervisor.
Yeah, the problem that I ended up having with Yugo's with this variation of Yugo's deck, he can't actually go into the bigger versions of Clearwing, and it's a problem because the bigger versions of Clearwing are just significantly better. And also, plot is happening.
Yeah, you all save the world now.
No, we're not
Get
saving the world. We're having plot resonance.
Resonance. That's funny.
All right.
Because we were just talking about synchros.
Yes, we are setting up for our final game before the end of this session. And now we get the return of Jack Atlas. You remember Jack Atlas, right, Mr. Cloud?
I do.
Oh, he was Yusei's primary rival during 5Ds.
And now he has come in from dimensions unknown in order
No,
to
he's
put
just the
things
champion
right.
of the Synchro Dimension.
I am the champion of the Synchro Dimension. So awesome that I can't settle for just one championship. I need them all.
Alright, in the next episode, we'll be doing Yuya versus Jack Atlas and his new Red Dragon Archfiend deck, which is significantly more powerful than it used to be. Be safe, everybody.